Dear friends, what we are going to see is this is an interview. Interview, as you know, it's the most important, and you are exhibiting what you are. Technicalities, everything is shown in the paper. Your certificate shows and says, but generally they ask the question, tell us about you. You are telling about you. Then what are your major achievements? What are your major achievements which you have achieved in your life? So then what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? Why should we recruit you, and what sort of a person are you? What type of a person are you? What are the qualities in you? And they may ask you, why do you want, what do you want from this particular job? Then how do you get the job done? Suppose if we are giving you as a team leader or manager, how do you get the things done? And what motivates you? Is it money? Is it position? Is it power? What is that motivates you? And they may ask a question, what do your colleagues say about you? And the 11th question is, describe your ideal work environment. What do you mean by ideal work environment? You must have had some dreams. You should work in a type of atmosphere where your mind, heart suits according to your imagination, which you have imagined, which you have dreamt during your college days. So, ideal work environment, what type of environment you like to work in? Then suppose they ask a question, your boss takes credit for your hard work, what you do? You are just a junior, you go there, you work, and the credit the boss comes and takes, okay, I do it, I have done it. Now what do you do? And suppose if they ask a question, you have some troubles during your time, work time, how do you solve this problem? Then they may ask a question, see, organization is an office, organization is a teamwork, organization is a teamwork. They ask a question, okay, in the organization, in a team, how do you work? They ask a question, what do you do in your spare time? What will be the answer? Still they want to know what you do from morning to night. How do you manage your day, morning to night? They may ask you something about your short future plans. Maybe next 5 years, what do you plan to do, or what you are going to see yourself in the next 5 years. They may ask you, tell me a situation where you successfully managed some problems. They may ask you, okay, you are young, fresh from the college. They may say, no, we prefer older candidates. Then what will be your answer? Suppose they say, you are experienced, you are old, you come there, they say, no, we need young and fresh graduates. What will be your reply? You are putting your paper in some other organization, or you are working in the organization and coming here for interview, or just want to join in this organization. They may ask you, why are you dissatisfied with your present job? So what will be your answer? So let us see how our friends or students, how do they answer these questions. Let us start with, yes, Ms. Aarti, please come up here. Yes, ask questions, anybody? First question.
How do you
First question, describe.
describe your ideal work environment?
I like to work in an environment which has an international outlook, place where to serve international customers, place for relaxation, a management, and which provides perks and incentives for my hard work. An environment where my suggestions are appreciated and taken into account.
Your boss takes credit for your work on what will
Sit
you
down,
do?
sit down, sit down, sit down. So, first question she has answered. Second question, anybody else? Sit down and you may ask question. Sit down and sit down, sit down. Be relaxed. இவங்க மட்டும் focus பண்ணுங்க.
Your boss take off.
One minute. Your boss doesn't take credit of your account, okay? You just read the question properly and ask question, man. Why do you want to keep on switching and offing? See, put on that, man. You have this. Just don't do anything, okay? Don't do this and that. Just keep it. You ask question.
Arti, your boss take credit for your work. What you will do?
I don't mind because he hired me. So all the good works and my bad works are his responsibilities. Then, so he is entitled to get the critics of my hard work.
Okay, now coming to the third question. Somebody ask the third question.
I answered.
Ask the third question.
What do you do when you are having a trouble solving a problem?
I'll go for help.
So simple, I'll go for an help. Yeah, next question.
How do you work in a team?
First, I shall try to learn team assigned project and try to understand my role in the project. I shall try to cooperate with the team. Then, if I have any problems, I shall seek the help from my colleagues. If my colleagues have any problems, I shall help them. That's all.
What's the next question?
Why are you dissatisfied with your present job?
Yeah. No, I'm satisfied with my present job because my suggestions and ideas are not accepted by my seniors. So I want to join your organizations. Yeah, that's all.
How do you manage your day?
I get up at 5:30 a.m. and go jogging, attend nature's call, watch movies, read books, and 8 hours okay in a day. In a day, I spend 8 hours for working, 8 hours for sleeping, and 8 hours for other domestic works.
Where do you see yourself in next 5 years?
Yeah. In the next 5 years, I want to become a lead, and although not everyone get promoted to this level, so I can achieve this level through hard work.
You prefer older or younger candidates?
Even though I'm inexperienced, I can learn new things and new experiences.
What do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I go outside and get some fresh air, reading books, watching movies, purchasing CDs, etc.
Tell me about a time when you successfully managed a different situation at work.
Till now, I didn't get this difficult situation in my life.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
Describe your ideal work environment.
I like to work in an environment like which has an international outlook and place of relaxation. Those management will appreciate of my ideas. That kind of environment I like.
How do you work in a team?
First of all, I shall learn to my project about my project. Then I try to cooperate to my teams. That's it. I just help them and I'll just take care of help of my teams.
What do you do when you are having trouble sometimes in your work?
When I got some irritated calls like status calls, then that time I handle that call just like politely my nature, and just I call just softly I just handle that calls only, that kind of.
How do you manage your day?
First of all, I get up 5:30 a.m. Okay, then I'll and go for jogging, doing yoga and jogging. Okay, read dailies and newspapers, some all things. Then 8 hours working, 8 hours sleeping, and 8 hours like other domestic works.
What do you do in your spare time, Sweta?
Yeah, I go to beach to get a fresh air, and I purchase some movies, CDs. Like, okay, I love to see movies,
Why
listening
is-
music.
Why
that
are you
kind of-
dissatisfied with your present job?
I satisfied to my present job, but some reason are there because my ideas, and my suggestion, uh, my thought, my senior will not accept it. So that's why I join your organization. That's why.
Where do you see yourself in next 5 years?
I shall be handling an organization which has a international level and flying all over the world. Uh, my income become some double, like 10 lakhs. That kind of.
Describe your ideal work environment.
I would like to work in an environment where it has international standards and where I get recognition for my work achievements and for my skills.
Your boss takes credit for your work. What will you do?
I don't mind because he interviewed me and he took me, he hired me, and whatever I do, it is good or bad actually, he is going to face it. So he is entitled to take the credit for my hard work.
Why are you dissatisfied with your present job?
I'm satisfied with my company and atmosphere. The only thing is actually it is more involved in physical work. That's why I need a change. So I came out of that company.
What do you do in your spare time?
I'll go to beach and get some fresh air. I read books. I roam around with my friends. Just chit chat. That's it.
How do you manage your day?
I do a lot of work-life balance. I will work 8 hours and rest 8 hours I will be sleeping. The rest 8 hours actually I will be spending time with my families. That's it.
How do you work in a team?
I'll just like to know the project what I am doing, and then I would like to know who are all my teammates. I would like to know who are all my teammates and what their expectations with me, and if they need any help I will try to solve their issues. If I need any help I will ask them.
Where do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years?
I will be heading on my own company, and I think it should be an international company, and I will prefer my wages will be nearly 4 times higher than the current.
Okay, nice.
Yes, any questions? Thank you.
Describe the environment of your work.
I like to work in an environment like an international outlook, place for relaxation, provides perk, intensive for hard work.
How do you work in a team?
First I understand my project, coordinate with my colleagues, and if I have problem, I ask the help from my colleagues. If my colleagues have any problem, I help them.
What do you do when having trouble solving a problem?
I go for help.
What do you do in your spare time?
I go to beach for get fresh airs. I can purchase any series, read magazines, and watching TV, listening music, etc.
We prefer older candidates.
So even though I am inexperienced or young, I will learn and the many skills.
Your boss takes your credit for your work. What will you do?
I didn't mind. Sorry, I don't mind. He's responsible for my good works and bad works.
How do you manage your day?
I will I will get up at 5:30 a.m. Do yogas, going jogging, achieve, attend all nature calls. I shall work for 8 hours per day. I shall go 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for other domestic works.
Why are you dissatisfied with your job?
I'm satisfied with my present job. Um, my ideas and suggestions are not accepted by my seniors. So I want to join another in our organizations. Thank you.
Good evening. Describe your ideal work environment.
In a like environment, it will be a international standard, and which gives the good response for my work, and which give the perks and incentive for my hard work.
Where do you see yourself in next 5 years?
I want to be a good socialist.
Your boss takes critics for your work. What will you do?
I don't mind. He carry all the response for your bad and good works, about all the response for our work. So I don't mind that. He entitled for my work.
Why are you dissatisfied with your present job?
No, I am not dissatisfied with myself. I am satisfied, but my suggestions and my ideas are not taken by my seniors. So I quit from that. So I joined your organization.
What do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I am going to watching the cinemas and playing cricket and sleep well.
What do you do when you are having trouble solving a problem? Trouble solving.
What's that?
What do you do when you have trouble solving a problem?
I go for help.
How do you manage your day?
I'm daily get up at 6 a.m. and and call nature calls. Then I'm going to college.
How do you work in a team?
In a team, I believe myself, and what is the role of my work, and I control my colleagues.
Interview, you are discussing with the interviewer, and that fellow, other interviewer is checking your abilities. Here, you should be well prepared. You are facing, never feel nervous. Your mind should be very clear. There should be enough space, no thoughts coming and clashing. You just go there without any anxiety. Just sit there, calm, quiet, and answer. The flowering, the beautiful words coming out of your mouth. It should be so naturalistic. If you are so much disturbed, then what you want to present, what you want to say, it all is going to get confused. Never make any pauses. The creation of pauses during the time of your speech, it is because of the confusions. The flow of words, it is not fluent. The reason is your thoughts are somewhere. Number third, you don't use appropriate vocabularies or grammatical structures, layouts when you are speaking. It is the simple reason is you are not focused on what you want to speak. So these areas you have to concentrate, and through this try to develop, learn. Still we have 50 more questions. So almost 10 plus 10, 20 questions we have finished, and we shall go for the next 20